All right, on to race number 4 then. I suppose our feature race to some extent, the 4th on the programme, being a Class 2 contest over the 2,000 metres with 8 of them going to post. Headed by Stimulation, who was runner-up on debut behind Pikachu, who's a Group 3 winner when previously trained in France. Insatiable runner-up to Dr. Jeff just a week ago at Happy Valley. Rocketeer gets the blinkers on for the first time, 4th behind Pikachu himself. Glorious Forever was glorious last time out, bolted up by 4 lengths. Super Chic's won 2 of his last 3 starts at the Valley. Gorgeous King, really a little bit disappointing first up at the Valley behind Prawn Barbar. Jolly Jean will roll forward, and General Sherman goes back up in class. 1 of 4 in the race for Tony Cruz. He trains half the fields. Made our way to the touchscreen to have a look at this one. Brett, fascinating contest. I think some of these horses next year could go on to much bigger and better things, and Glorious Forever was so good last time.
Yeah, well, this is what we highlighted, wasn't it, Andrew, at the start of the program? The fact that we've got a lot of nice horses in this race that look really progressive. You've mentioned Glorious Forever. The battle for the lead will be between him and Jolly Jean, there's no doubt about it. Just comes down to whether or not Zach Purton really wants to push the issue, or more to the point whether Poon wants to push the issue. If he does, I think Zach will just let him roll. So either way, it shouldn't upset the rhythm of Glorious Forever, and if he does eventually get to the outside of Jolly Jean, when they corner in, he can just lengthen away. Insatiable, Stimulation primarily. A lot of class about those 2 young horses. So it's going to be interesting to see how they match up in the final furlong.
Yeah, but Glorious Forever, Time Warp's little brother, in actual fact, was very good last time. Paul, what have you seen from these in the morning?
I'm going to show Insatiable to start with, because Insatiable, he's had that 1 run now. He's not doing too much this morning, just even work, but you can see he's come on for that run, and he looks like he's going really nicely. So, look, I wouldn't be surprised if he runs a big race, Insatiable. He's a nice horse, this one. Rocketeer with the blinkers on, looked very keen this morning. It's not a quick time by any stretch of the imagination, but you can see the blinkers have focused him up, or sharpened him up a little bit. So I wouldn't be surprised if he runs a better race with these blinkers on. And here is the likely, well, he will be the favourite for the race, won't he? Glorious Forever. And he looks nice. His work's been good, and he's a really exciting prospect for next season.
Yeah, he certainly is. He's even money favourite at this stage, and he'll be ridden, much as Time Warp is his big brother, by Zach Purton.
Well, Zach, they don't win much easier than Glorious Forever did last time.
Yeah, it was a nice effort. He put the writing on the wall at his previous start, and he was able to back it up.
Does the step up to 2,000 metres, that extra couple of 100 metres, does that hold any concerns whatsoever for you?
They're different types of races, the 1800s to the 2000s. Obviously, there's a bit more pressure going into the first corner, but you know, he's drawn a nice gate, and he should be able to get forward again. You know, I'll just get him in his rhythm and see how he goes. But he felt last time like he wasn't getting tied towards the line anyway.
He's the full brother to Time Warp, a horse you obviously know very well. Can you draw any similarities between the 2?
Obviously, their racing styles are very similar. They're both on pace runners, but you know, Time Warp, funny enough, doesn't have the best action in the world. He sort of doesn't move that fluently, whereas this fella seems to move a lot better. He's a lot nicer to ride, so hopefully that means he's going to be a nicer horse.
Super Chic and Rocketeer, a couple of other horses in the race you've ridden recently. How do you compare him to them?
Yeah, well, Rocketeer's probably been going a bit disappointing this season. He hasn't really been hitting the line that well. Super Chic's been in great form at Happy Valley. He's got a good turn of foot, and since they've reversed the tactics on him, it's brought about some better results. But you know, the horse I'm on probably feels like he's going better than those 2 at the moment.
Yeah, and so there's a long way to go, but Zach certainly solves him in some regard.
Yeah, a bit of a Rolls Royce out there on the lead by the sounds of it. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he matches up against, I think, primarily Stimulation and probably Insatiable. Those 2, I think, maybe the testing material, but as Zach mentioned, Super Chic's going really well.
It certainly is, yeah. Well, speaking of Insatiable, let's have a quick look at him now. This is at Happy Valley, behind Dr. Jeff, but he was first up here, so it's probably a pretty good effort.
Yeah, and he's taken improvement from this run, as I mentioned. And look, I wonder if he's better suited here at Sha Tin. He's only had the 2 runs here in Hong Kong. They've both been at Happy Valley, so there's a little unknown. But he hit the line very strongly here. It was a good run from him, and obviously no match for the winner, who was primed for that race.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to come on a lot for that.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see how he matches up here.
All right, up from the 18 to the 2,000 metres as well. Stimulation was having his first start at Sha Tin. Round behind Pikachu, Rocketeer and Jolly Jean in the field as well. And for nothing more than interest sakes as well, this is the race that Stimulation got one of his hind plates caught up in his tail. You can see it flashing around there in the back.
Yeah, it was a good run, wasn't it? He sort of probably needed the run, I think, too. He has a little bit more weight to carry and steps up in trip. I think, obviously, the up in distance is going to be a real positive, but good to have deep impact progeny here. He's only going to get better and better.
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah, he's second up here, so I think this might be a little bit vulnerable for him this race, but I think there's going to be some good things from him next season.
All right, OK. Small field, but a good one, Paul. Glorious Forever favourite?
Yeah, it looks really hard to beat this horse, so he'll be a lot of people's bankers for the card, and I've got him on top. Insatiable's come on from that last start. We'll give Rocketeer a chance with the blinkers, probably his last chance. As Zach said there, he's been a little bit disappointed this season. And the one we'll throw in at odds is Gorgeous King. Last two starts at Sha Tin, he's won them both. He's had one run at Happy Valley fresh up. This will be a second up, so he's come on from that run as well. So wouldn't be surprised if he ran well at odds. 4-2-3-6.
Yep, 4 Glorious Forever. If he doesn't lead, if he gets pressured from Jolly Jean, I think he can just take the sit in, then roll around his heels as they sort of sweep down the side, apply the pressure, and then Stroh to the lead at the 300. What we get from Insatiable and Stimulation in that last 300 metres, will it be good enough to match Glorious Forever? I probably think not at this stage, because he does look a real serious horse, and Zach emphasised that fact in the interview with Edward. And Super Chic is going well, so if there's you know, a little bit too much cooking in the early stages, then Super Chic may potentially roll them late.
Yeah, he's a decent price as well. So
$30
as well. Same numbers as you though, Brett. Yeah, but slightly different order. 4, 1, 5 and 2 from me in the fourth. All right, 4 races down. We're still on the turf for race number 5, which is the first leg of the Triple Trio.